dream, and every desire that you ever wanted in your life if you simply listen to this next 15 minutes of me giving you the blueprint. Because when I go into this, you're going to appreciate where I'm coming from. And it's coming from a place of experience, and it's coming from a place of knowing what it takes to overcome the things, and believe one thing, that the universe is something that talks to you, and you attract things through the universe. So when I go into this reason why you should start believing directly into yourself and that dream that you used to dream about, but it got far away. Somehow, some way, it just kind of drifted off. Just a few weeks ago, let's just say weeks ago for happen chance, I was invited to a celebration and a seminar with some real powerful leaders. So if you are an entrepreneur, this story is going to be real. But if you're not an entrepreneur, this story is going to be real anyway. I was invited. And I'm going to tell you, the laws of the universe, they have a way of throwing things in your way and throwing you off course and making you feel like this is not for me today. You've been invited to something and you said, shit, I don't want to go, because that's where you're actually meant to be. The universe will put you there, and there'll be things that try to take that away from you, and you've overcome. And sometimes you decided to lean into not going, but you should have been there and you knew it. But what happened is I got there, and all the signs that maybe you should stay home today, they all laid down like pebbles, and they always will, because that means that's where you should be. Period, point blank. If you're not meant to be there, you won't be invited. When I got up, I got my keys, I got into the truck, I went down 95, I hit, walked, bounced into downtown Miami. And now, here, lo and behold, here we are, you know, the parking deck. I got to go up 20 flights just to get a parking space. But once I got there, it was a straight shot. It took no time. So that was the other God saying out loud, you're meant to be here. So I got there early, right? Park, got out, walking down Washington Avenue. And on Washington Avenue, I kind of bumped into a couple of places that I love. First, food. Second, Miami drinks. I mean, the tropical vibe there. So the music's playing, it's all good. Everything feels good. The vibe is right. I'm in the shade. For some reason, everything was kind of like shaded. Another sign from the universe. Once I start walking down that street, I'm getting invited into restaurants, and they're pulling me in, and over across is Pharrell's Hotel, which is swagged out. It's just the coolest spot downtown. If you're ever going to a hotel, make sure you pull up Pharrell's Hotel. But no plug, I don't get paid for that. But I go into one of the local boxing gyms, and lo and behold, one of the guys that absolutely I clicked with was there. So as I'm going in, walking up the door, here's all the great pictures of all the legends of boxing that I love: Muhammad Ali, Roy Jones, James Toney, just the list goes on and on. Popo, y'all remember, if you real boxing fans, Arcelino Freitas, Popo, everybody. Like, it's no one that wasn't up there. Like I said during the live stream, because I went live into the place. Even Will Smith, Will Smith and those boys, when they shot Bad Boys there, they've shot all four down in Miami, but when they shot there, they were there. They were training. He was training for the movie Muhammad Ali. And it was so great because this place was centered around kids. Now, you think somewhere, when you talk about South Beach, you're thinking maybe it's all, bikinis and, the isms that go on South Beach, but it wasn't. So let me get right back to the point. Your life will happen in the way that you project the energy, right? So everything was great. I met the owner. We chopped it up. I did a live actually there on the page. Left out, got an autograph book signing. which I'm going to definitely have a show about that on Thursday. So make sure you tune in this week on Thursday. Got up to the place. Everything was wide open. The people that met me at the door were just astronomical. So just weeks ago, I and took you guys all. Some of you followed me. I took you into the Muhammad Ali exhibit down here on Washington Avenue. Guess what? That's where this was held. And I didn't get to meet the guy who put it on, the owner, but I told him, I'm going to do something great with you whenever we connect. I told the person who was in charge there, who basically was the ticket lady, but go in. Guess the first person I get to meet? The owner, the guy who actually put the event on. Remember, I say laws of the universe. Shook his hand. His name was Troy, and Troy just so happened to be the greatest guy. But all of this happened with something that I wasn't interested in interested in doing at that moment because of the day. Things start going left and right. But here's what I say to you: always stay to the course. The hard thing to do that day, but it's on your calendar, make sure you eat the frog, because that's where all the blessings reside. So I go in, I start meeting people. Come to find out, one of the guys who's speaking on the stages was from my hometown. So I got the opportunity to talk with him and connect with him. And we just had so much in common. And he's crushing it in Miami. Miami owns properties and just so happened to be the speaker of the night. And so what we do is we got athletes in our mission. We are like the Swiss Army knife. We are like the Home Depot of the gym business. Like, if you need programming, we got that. If you need to grow your gym, we got that. If you're a former fighter and you're transitioning into your next level, your next career, hopefully you're doing something in the sporting industry, in boxing, more than likely, whether it's talking, telecasting, broadcasting, having a show, building a business, a training business, opening a gym, whatever it is you do, you got to stick with this industry because it's going to just rain on you positivity. And when he came on board and we signed him up, he needed to get maybe some funding for a couple of ideas that he had. So here I am bumping into this place, just signed a great guy. And a lot of you may know exactly what I mean when you got a feeling about people and that these people are good people and you want them around in your life, and not just around, but you want them to play a role. You do whatever it takes. And I do whatever it takes when it comes down to helping people anyway. But as I'm sitting in this place, this guy is in finance now, right? The guy from my hometown. And then the other speakers, I get to meet them, hear the stories. Everybody's knocking it out of the park, including the guy who actually put it on. This dude is in charge of Jimi Hendrix business framework and everything. Like he was over his estate. He was over in partners with people like Quincy Jones, just to give you the precipice of what this dude has done. And not only that, this dude is over the entire Washington Avenue, every business, which is 124 businesses on Washington Avenue, and is a minority. So if you're a minority, you better have confidence. And if you're not a minority, you got people that you can depend on and you can rely on outside of your race. This guy is crushing it. And we just hit it off really good and went into this thing. And I heard one of the guys, he spoke, and I was like, man, he is a sharp guy. Really had the movie star vibe with him. So once he came on and he spoke, and I found out a little bit about his story. You see people, you think one thing, and his story's a whole different thing. Lost his mom really young, had never really had time with his father, which is a lot of people. Most people have not had that quality time with their father growing up. But when you look at him, he's accomplished, he's done things, he's doing things. Connected with every single person. Then there was a doctor. Hey, I'm from the medical field. She was tremendous. Within 12 hours, not only had we exchanged information, but have already done some form of connection, set dates to connect everybody. Matter of fact, the only one person that I didn't do, this is the story that I'm about to share with you. The only one person that we didn't have anything official on the docket ended up being the one that stood out the most. And guess what that was? Got up, one of my buddies needed, he owns a health health practice. I mean, like a real healthcare facility. Huge deal. Like he's doing humongous things. 25 years ago, he started in the gym business. And when I connected with him, he had a $250 million investment put into this place. So he's a big deal. He's been doing this for decades, big time. So we go on, we connect, and I see him post about needing someone who could actually take his company and bring it to the market, and someone who's extra savvy in tech. So he needed someone who could help bring his company, public. And lo and behold, I reached out to my guys, shot them all a message, and was like, hey, boom, shot them the information. They were like, cool. And when the guy got the message, guess what he did? He sent me the message. He sent me a connection to someone who not only does business on a very, very astute level, but is actually investing in people who are starting up businesses. But see, here's this new, because he was a former NFL player. And what was so great about this is this guy has gotten funded for over 100 million, and he's ready to put it in. So if you're in entrepreneurship on any level and you're serious about what you do and you've been doing what you do, you might need to make sure you hit us up with a message. But this is how the universe works. My guy needed funding. Funding came because I took a deep step, and I got up in the morning and I ate the frog. And I ate the frog in order to see what the universe had for me. But as committed and dedicated as I've been to just the sport, to the business, to the fact that I'm in a place that is it's distracting. When you want to do something, there's so many other options to just shift your mindset. So the thing that you want, you got to stick to that thing. But not only that, the reality is you're able to bless and fill someone else's cup until it runneth over. And when it runneth over, it's because you stuck to the plan, and that impacts their life and the trajectory in which direction they were going. Former fighters who are trying to take their lives and catapult them and go into another direction and use the momentum of their careers to take control, and this time be in control and grab life by the horns. That's what happened. And that's what will happen if you commit to the process. Not only that, now we got this thing moving. That just happened like that. And a lot of you are trying to wonder, are there people out there that will help me? Are there people out there that will support my business, will fund me, will be a client that I could charge my actual rate? Yeah. It's a ton of them. A lot of you have been positioned to charge for your services like your client is in your situation, but there are people out here with money, a lot of it, and they need help. And when you think about being able to get to a place where proximity is power, it's not what you're doing, it's where you're doing it, it's who you're doing it around, and it's the fact that you're not challenging yourself to get uncomfortable, which is how we started this off. I was uncomfortable. I didn't want to go. The laws of the universe were saying to me, you need to be there, but I'm going to throw some stones in your way to see how bad you actually want it. Now, the blessing was an indirect blessing through me to someone else. And that's going to catapult and inspire and actually impact a multitude of people, because anyone who knows me knows when I connect myself to blessings, many others get blessed, because I believe in don't enable people by helping them. Don't just give them a regular egg. Show them how to nurture chickens so that they can grow their own eggs. Don't give them a piece of fish. Show them how to fish so that they can eat forever. If you just give them a fish, they can only eat for a day. But if you show them how to fish, they can fish forever and eat for a lifetime. And you're not at your highest right now. But guess what? That was necessary in order for you to get to that next level. You're just doing what you're doing with the wrong individuals and in the wrong circle. So make sure you remember this. First, go up to my stories and listen to the story over here, because that's going to give you the precipice of what this is all about. It's all about seeing people and helping people. It's not about take, 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 take. Hey, can you help me? Can you help me? No, it's about pitch and then catch. And a lot of you are missing blessings because you want to just catch, 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 catch. You don't want to pitch. So that's for you. But remember, you all things will happen when you take liberty to get yourself in the right proximity and get around people who make things happen, because not everybody is in that mindset. So that message is for you, and hopefully you can receive that and you can learn that not everybody's out to just take from you. There are certain people that are here to give to you. So that's it. That's my post for today. Hopefully this was something that really gave you enlightenment and maybe would encourage you, because lo and behold, meeting this individual who's over the entire strip on Washington Avenue gives me the opportunity to share opportunities with you. So stay close. The fact that I connected with someone who's running a powerful gym business, you can connect with other people that you can learn things from. But always remember, when you get up in the morning, don't dodge. Eat the frog and get yourself on to your next journey, because it's going to definitely empower you for this next chapter of your life. Just don't run, dive in. Hopefully this was something that you will use today, starting now. Proximity is power. Eric A. Bradley, and I'm signing out. Until next time, continue blessings. Peace.